New court documents detailing a direct link between Baltimore's flagship violence intervention program and the Black Guerrilla family gang.
According to a plea agreement, 2 BGF members involved in criminal plots inside a Safe Streets location were also Safe Streets employees. Good evening. I'm Kai Jackson.
And I'm Mary Bubala. Fox 45 News has been reporting on the ties between BGF and the Safe Streets program for months, and tonight, a clearer picture of what went on behind closed doors.
Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost takes us through the findings in federal court.
David Warren is the latest to plead guilty in federal court, detailing how the Black Guerrilla family gang plotted hits on rivals. And in these court documents, it also reveals that there were 2 members of BGF who attended BGF meetings while they were Safe Streets workers, and those meetings took place at a Safe Streets site.
Safe Streets back under the microscope because of what's included in these federal court documents. Wednesday, David Warren pleading guilty to 1 count of racketeering conspiracy. According to the court documents, Warren was a member of the Black Guerrilla family, or BGF, which is a nationwide street and prison gang. Warren admitting to participating in BGF meetings in 2015 here at this now shuttered Safe Streets site along East Monument Street. The Safe Streets location managed by Living Classrooms at the time. The court documents detail 2 BGF members who attended those meetings at the Safe Streets site were employed by Safe Streets as violence interrupters. During the late spring and summer of 2015, Warren says he and other BGF members used the site as, quote, a de facto BGF clubhouse, storing drugs, guns, and plotted violent crimes on behalf of the gang. Diving deeper into the court documents and jumping to May of 2016. At the direction of someone else facing racketeering charges, Warren says he and another co-conspirator plotted to murder someone. That person was shot 4 times, according to the court documents, but survived. Warren admitting he and someone else got paid $8,000. The court documents show Warren was involved in 4 more hits, often at the direction of someone else, including in 2018. Instead of shooting the target, Warren and others killed the target's mother and sister. Warren got paid for that job. And then in August, Warren admitting to trying to kill someone else, but ended up shooting 2 unrelated people inside a home, killing one of them. Warren's plea comes 6 months after Tyrell Jeffries pleaded guilty to federal racketeering conspiracy charges too. The pleas stem from a 2022 indictment of 6 people, tying BGF to 6 murders, 11 shootings, armed robberies, and a drug trafficking operation. Jeffries also admitting to attending meetings for the Notorious gang at the Safe Streets site on East Monument Street. One of the hits Jeffries was involved in was against a rival gang member in May of 2015. The shooting executed at the intersection of North Rose and East Monument Streets, just blocks from the Safe Streets site. 2 years later, Jeffries admitting to selling cocaine on the 2400 block of East Monument. When we first learned of Jeffries' plea in January,
Can you definitively say that similar things are not happening at other Safe Streets locations in the city?
I don't care if those things are being had at the DBW office, if they're being plotted out in the basement of Fox 45 TV, wherever they're being plotted out, our folks are working to find those people and remove them and working with our law enforcement partners, as was the case in this case.
In 2015, the city shut down the McKeldrey Park Safe Streets site on East Monument Street, but it later reopened, and now the site is operating at a different location just a few blocks away. David Warren's plea underscores what Fox 45 News has been investigating for years: a lack of transparency from City Hall about who the Safe Streets workers are. Not technically city employees, Safe Streets workers are hired directly by the nonprofits running their site. Right now, LifeBridge Health and Catholic Charities operate the 10 different locations. Leadership for the nonprofits and the city argue the names of the Safe Streets workers must be shielded from the public for safety reasons, despite Safe Streets operating from tax dollars. In late May of this year, we questioned Mayor Brandon Scott again. Will the city give us the names of the workers?
Again, we'll say this again. We will treat them with the same respect that we treat everyone when it comes to personnel issues, and we will treat them with the same respect that we do anyone who does life life-changing and life-dangerous work.
The Safe Streets workers are supposed to be credible messengers and known in the community, yet City Hall and the nonprofits argue disclosing their identities would put their lives at risk. Despite the transparency and hiring questions, the city continues to tout the work of Safe Streets, doubling down on the flagship Community Violence Intervention Program.
This latest news comes as a separate federal investigation is underway. Back in October of 2023, the FBI executed a search warrant at the Bel Air Edison Safe Streets location. And while the FBI remains tight-lipped about the scope of that investigation, sources close to the probe tell Fox 45 News it could be connected to BGF. In the newsroom, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.